was struggling with my own faith. And I think that Mulder is too. I think that he does believe in these things, but I don't think he believes in them wholeheartedly. I think that he too has a modicum of skepticism. He won't just believe in anything. And so it's his need and desire to believe, his need to see that object in the sky, to have his beliefs tested. And I think that we all want that. I think we all want to be driving through the desert at night and see something in the sky that we can't explain, because it, in fact, it's tantamount to a religious experience, and I think that's really what Mulder's about. Mark Snow came after much searching through composers, interviewing, listening to tapes, and he was recommended to me by Bob Goodwin, who's the co-executive producer on the show, a person he had worked with before. They were actually personal friends. Mark happens to live very close to me, which helps because I'm very hands-on with the music. I like to listen to the music before it ever goes onto the picture and make little notes and see how the music's going to augment or supplement or make better the story we're trying to tell. And Mark he's got such a natural hand at this, a natural facility for it, that I spend so little time now actually trying to guide him or direct him. I go over there just to listen to the beautiful music he puts in the show. Conduit came out as a result of a kind of a kernel of an idea that I had, that Howard Gordon and Alex Gonza, who were writing as partners, expanded on it. We had come up with this idea of this boy writing down the digits 1 and 0, which are the digits in all digital information. He was getting them through the television, inexplicably. And so I think it was Alex, I remember saying, what if all of these things added up to a giant puzzle, a mosaic, that in fact drew a picture of the sister that was missing. I think one of the most successful parts for me is the realization by Scully at the end that Mulder, in fact, may not be a crackpot, that in fact the science that she so depends on points to an abduction, that the girl's physiology, body chemistry at the end of the show says that she may have been in a state of weightlessness. So I think that was interesting. It really helped to define something that was very important to the show too, which was point of view. I always felt the stories were told, the show was from Scully's point of view. She was the one we would cut to her reaction to what Mulder was saying. She was the one who pulled Mulder back and says, look what you're doing, look what you're saying. You are equating this with your sister. It was, I think, for us, a very defining kind of episode in terms of how to tell these stories using the characters that we'd put in motion. That was an interesting episode because the ending, Act 4, was actually not part of the original story. It ended much less concrete, so we added more explanation at the end. I think it's a very successful episode on a number of levels, but I think it also helped us to sort of define how X-Files stories will be told in the future with some resolution, at least emotional resolution, which put Mulder in the church at the end of the episode, very upset about his lost sister as a result of his investigation of this case, which had very similar aspects.